What's going on, guys? Bryson Bowman. Today we are going to be talking about the social media strategy and really the fundamental layout of your social media that you have to use in order to have success with recruiting. So if you're in the sales world, if you are looking to recruit and convert high quality sales rookies or veterans onto your sales team, this video is going to be for you, okay? As I've used this strategy and as we've used it with a ton of the clients that are part of Brand Operator, the recruiting company that I own, it has consistently been the most influential guideline that we have followed in order to get people success fast. We've had guys that have done millions and millions and millions of views and recruited hundreds of people in the matter of a couple of days to weeks following this exact formula. And if you don't understand this formula, if you don't understand these guidelines that I'm about to teach you in this video, you're really just never gonna have true direction or success with organic social media recruitment. So that's what we're gonna go over today. There's 3 tiers of content when you're trying to convert a lead, okay? You have your top of funnel content, which is reach content, and we'll dive into that more in a second. You have middle of funnel content, which is connection content. And then the bottom of funnel content is conversion content, all right? So when you've got these 3 points in the funnel to convert a lead into a recruit, right? What you have to do first is you have to get in front of as many people as you possibly can. And there's a certain type of content that we like to make. I guess the best way to put it is they have a lot of viral potential, okay? And these type of videos are fun to make, and they're very different from the other 2 levels of content in the funnel. So I'm gonna show you guys an example of top of funnel content right now. So if you land on my page right here, you click on this video, this is a perfect example of top of funnel content, okay? So we're just gonna walk this through really quick, and then I'm going to break down why this is top of funnel content and how this plays into the conversion strategy that I'm teaching you on this video.
I got my arms all spread. I hope that my heart gets fed. Matter of fact,
So this video has 627,000 likes, 7 point something million views. I recreated this video twice actually, and it did over 7 million views both times. I just span it off slightly, and the reason I did that is because I wanted more reach. This isn't a video that's going to make people trust you more, to convert onto your sales team. This is a video that's just relatable. It's something that can be shared to friends, to loved ones, to family. It's something that isn't really about me, even though my face is in it, and it, I guess, connects to me, because being a cool uncle versus, getting married, have kids, you understand what I'm saying. This is the style of content that can get in front of more eyes. It's the viral style content. This kind of stuff isn't gonna convert like a bunch of followers or have people completely die hard for my brand, but it gives me the opportunity to get more interactions, for people to share it to group chats and DMs. It gets my face and my name consistently pushed out harder than any other style of content, because it's not really just as much about me as it's about everybody else who relates to it. So with content that we're just trying to get reach, we're trying to make videos that aren't about us, they're about the viewer. And there's something that the viewer would want to share to others, okay? So our top of funnel content is to just get more eyes into the conversion system. Now, if you want to know how to actually come up with ideas for top of funnel content, you want to understand how to edit them properly so that they get more views and hack the attention of the viewer, down below, Brand Operator, I teach high-level sales managers how to build bigger teams, how to recruit as many rookies, veterans as they want without paid traffic and without ever reaching out or asking anyone to join. So if you guys want to get into that, click the button down below and you can apply, but we're gonna get back into it. So I just drew this terrible looking eye here, but that's our reach content, to get in front of more eyes, to get our face and our name more well known. Now the second part is connection content. So that's middle of the funnel. This middle of funnel content, the connection content, is going to be what gets retargeted to those who follow us from the top of funnel content or those who interact. It's funny, Instagram has a phenomenal way of retargeting a creator's videos based on who interacts with it. So if I go onto your account and I like a video and then I share it to somebody, it's very likely that another one of your videos, the middle of funnel content, if you even have any, will get retargeted either onto my For You page or onto my primary page because I just followed you, and now Instagram's putting more of my content in front of you, since how you're a new follower, you're a new engager onto my personal brand and to my account. So Instagram's gonna help us a little bit here. And when people land on this middle of funnel content area, it's awesome because this is where we win them over. This is where we really build the brand. And the way that you do that And again, down below, if you guys apply, I get way more in detail, like 20 times more in detail on these different strategies. But to keep it very simple and clear, I am telling my story. I'm showing people what I stand for, what I believe in. I am telling them what I'm reaching for, my goals, and there's different optic formats, like ways to actually edit and create the video that work better with that middle of funnel content. Things such as like narration style videos, so on and so forth. I won't get too far into detail with it, but what it really comes down to is I get this top of funnel content that gets more eyes on my face and my name. Next, people that interact with those videos, Instagram will retarget them with my middle of funnel content. That's the stuff where I'm telling them about my life. I'm doing like vlogs, like daily vlogs and stuff, keeping up to date with me, learning more about me, seeing what I stand for, what I believe in, what my goals are. That's the type of content on that second level that gets people to really start engaging with your account. Now, if we're talking about recruitment here, I want to speak my story and create this middle of funnel content so that I can connect with people that are more like me. Because at the end of the day, when we're recruiting, we're just trying to get people that are more like us. If I could recruit 10 more of myself, if you could recruit 10 more of yourself, where would you be right now? Probably a lot farther ahead than most of your competition. And the reason is because you know how to manage yourself the best. So why not create a content system to bring in the eyes and connect with the people that are like you? Because at the end of the day, the likelihood of someone that's similar to you, has a similar background, similar belief systems, like the likelihood of them converting onto your team and residing with the stuff that you're putting out is significantly higher than somebody else. So you just have to be very authentic and real with that middle of funnel content. And I can teach you more on how to do that down below. So I'm going to show you guys middle of funnel content now, just so you can see like a visual representation of what that really looks like.
I'm Bryson Bowman, and this is my life as a door-to-door salesman, part one. So we're going to take it back all the way to 2023, my first year managing a sales team. I was excited to start a new summer of sales and had no idea I was actually screwed. I had 31 guys come out to sell pest control door-to-door in Minneapolis. They're staying in a frat house. Worst idea ever, by the way, but somehow we actually...
And realize too, while we're going through this video, these clips that I have are like nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing flexy. You just don't have to have all this like flexy stuff to make these videos work. That first video that I showed you was a video of me and a girl and then me and my nephews. Had nothing to do with like flexing or money. What it actually is the videos that do the best often are just basic clips and videos following optic formats, such as the narration with text on the screen, like I'm showing you here, and then creating it in a way that follows the best practices of the certain level of the funnel that you're in. So middle of funnel content, this is an optic format that we use for middle of funnel content. And then if you're a part of my program, you could learn how to truly tell a story effectively and how to not really have to think twice about the way that you're going through something like this. So we'll continue watching.
They started off hot. The guys were fired up, they were excited, and we sold $1 million in revenue in the first 4 weeks. We had some big personalities, but everything seemed like it was going well, all until the day this guy decided to play with fireworks. Leave a like and comment for part 2.
And then I do a little CTA at the end. Again, this video was really just like about a story in my life, about a time that I had some really bad stuff happen in the job that I already did. Now, am I hinting at the job a little bit? Am I showing what I do for work? Yes, but I'm not like out here recruiting anyone. I'm not saying, hey, DM me for a job. I'm just literally telling a story about my life. And this video got engaged with, and a lot of people watched this video that had come from my more viral style videos, and it piqued their interest. They're like, oh, well, what does this guy do? Like, I don't know much about him. I've seen his face. I've seen his name quite a few times, but I've never really like known what he does or really anything about him. So they can go watch a part of my life documented through basic videos and a narration. Okay, that's the optic format that I use. So that's what middle of funnel content looks like. I have a lot more than that, but that's a really good representation. And then finally, we're gonna land on bottom of funnel content, okay? Bottom of funnel content is for conversion, value demonstration, all right? And what we wanna do with value demonstration is really just show the viewer that's watching us, that's gone through this content funnel, how quality the information that we have is. Show them that we're the professional, that we're the authority in whatever job or niche or business we're in. And when we establish that gap between our knowledge and our skill set and the skill set of the viewer that's gone through this content funnel, what happens is they start building a lot of trust. They start trusting you way more because they've already connected with you. They already feel like they have something in common with you. They've already seen your face and name a ton of times with the viral style videos that you make. You almost get this like influencer status subconsciously in their mind. And now they're seeing you just display this information and give this free value to them. And it really lets them see like, yo, this guy is an expert at what he does. He's got a lot of skill. And I feel like I'm very connected with this person. I've seen him so many times. Like, I'm going to reach out to him. Here is an example of bottom of funnel content for me. Now, for recruiting, it would be a little bit different, but I'm just going to show you guys here.
Tell them you're...
I've been going through something.
And I've said optic format a lot. If you look at this split screen style right here, screen recording, then my face, that's the optic format of split screen. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about optic formats.
1,855 days.
First clip goes for about a second, which is enough time for me to visibly see what the subject of the video is actually doing. Not sensory overloading. Then it cuts to another clear shot. It's a static shot, which means it's not moving. Static shots, when they're not moving, are easier to focus on what the video is actually about.
Very simple, very straight to the point. But what I was doing is I was showing them that I did some type of coaching for social media, and then I explained the actual video and the coaching point, and I gave that to my client, obviously, but I also gave it to the viewer for free. I demonstrated value. I gave them free value and showed them that I'm a professional at what I do. So many people converted off of that video into brand operator, and it was such a basic, simple, common psychological thing when it comes to making videos. It's like I was teaching a very, very basic lesson about the psychology of the viewer when they're watching videos on social media, and I gave that coaching to my client. It wasn't anything crazy, yet I got so many conversions off of it. Why? Because so many people have seen my face and name, who knows how many times. They have connected with me. They're either in the same industry, they've lived a similar story, they like the stuff that I stand for, whatever it is, they've connected with me. And then they watch me start making this content that teaches them stuff for free and shows that I'm a professional. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I see that you're doing the social media stuff. Like, tell me more about it. Let me know, dude. I want to get into this, right? It's the same thing for recruiting. The same exact thing happens for any industry or niche, really. This is almost universal. And the highest intent leads, the highest quality leads, all of the leads that I ever recruited followed this content funnel until they saw enough to where they reached out to me. Because if you work with me, if you work with Brand Operator, I don't place recruits for you that don't know who you are and are only joining because of the business that you're in. I'm not going to run ads for you to flex your lifestyle and show people that have never seen your face or name before that they should join this crazy opportunity and make all this money. Those are opportunity chasers. People that only join because of the potential that they can get, not because of anything else. The kind of guys that are joining through this content funnel are joining because they want to be a part of something, because they want to work with you. And those are the most quality sales reps that you will ever have, is guys that are sold on you, that are sold on your journey, that connect with your belief systems, that have seen the value and the expertise that you have so many times to where they finally reach out and they come try to be a part of whatever you're doing. And the funniest thing is, and this is something to really keep in mind, every single person that I've ever recruited, 90% of them didn't even know what I did. They didn't care it was door-to-door. They didn't care it was pest control. They were willing to do anything. And it was because they'd seen me so many times through the reach content that I made and connected with me on a deep level to where they felt like me and them were very alike, made us almost have like common ground, feel even, or like they're living the same life that I was living in some way, shape, or form. And then they saw me demonstrate the value and actually see that I was a professional. And eventually that ended up in them reaching out and wanting to do whatever I was doing. They really didn't care. And because of this strategy, you don't have to be stuck in some niche. Where guys go wrong when making this style of content, when guys start making a content strategy, is they try to take this bottom of funnel content down here, and that's their whole content strategy. It's just bottom of funnel content. It's value demonstration. Well, if you're going to demonstrate value, but nobody knows who you are, nobody watches your shit, nobody really cares about you because they've never connected with you before, why the fuck are they going to listen to your bottom of funnel content? They're not. Nobody's going to watch that stuff. Because again, if I wanted to go get value from somebody, if I wanted to go learn something, I'm going to go do it from someone that I already know because of their reach content, that I already like because of their connection content. And now I'm going to go watch their stuff because I've watched it before. I trust that they are going to give me good and quality value. So if you're going to start off with value content, why don't they just go watch Alex Hormozi? Like, that's who you're competing with in the value niche. If you're competing with Pastor Bet David, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone, it's like you're competing with super high level brands, super giant personal brands that people already know, like, and trust. What this content strategy does is it gets people to know you through reach, like you through connection, and trust you enough to convert. And if you can get those 3 things done through your content system, and you know what type of content to make in each level of the funnel, how to make it, and what it'll do to the viewer to inevitably end up getting that conversion, then dude, you're gonna build a giant team. And when you start gaining traction on social media and you start using this system, it is crazy how fast people start converting and how easy the leads are to close for you or your sales managers. How easy it is to get quality guys in. And it's crazy because I had the rookie of the year every single year that I was in sales. Even last year when I left door-to-door, the rookie that I had recruited previous to leaving stayed in and sold like $450K in door-to-door pest control in like 4 months. That only happens because I am targeting people through my reach content that would have never seen my name or face if I didn't create that style of content. If I was only making, how to deal with the spouse objection, the guys who watch my video because they're an uncle would have never seen it. They would have never landed down here because they had to go through this stuff first. So again, if you guys are interested in learning more about how I can actually teach you to execute on this system, click the button down below, apply, see if you qualify, and if you do, I'd love to have you on a call and start working with my team. Anyways, that's all. This is Bryce Moment. Peace out.